Okay, everybody. Sorry it's been so long since I've uploaded a video, but I'll just do a quick one here. With everything going on with the big move and trying to get settled into this new house, I just don't have the time to do any recording. The recording slows my production down a whole lot. But what I'm working with is it's a 3-bay garage, so it's a 2-car garage on one side and 1 car on the other. And the 1 car I plan on using as my primary workspace. That way cars can still get pulled in and stuff in the wintertime, and I don't have to clean up every single time. But the biggest issue I've got right now is I don't have a real workspace. Using a couple sawhorses and some OSB as a dumping ground, and then I picked up a clearance toolbox from the depots in a beautiful orange color. Hey, it was cheap, I'm not going to complain. But I do need to build a actual workbench. I'm not doing a video on the bench. This will be a mobile. I can move it around. I can back it up to the table saw. I can use it as an outfeed table, and it's going to have 6 drawers in the lower and a nice big. It's a 6-foot. It'll be 1.5-inch thick MDF top, so good solid top. I'm trying to do this as cheap as possible. I mean, the only thing I've had to buy for this bench is the MDF itself, just because I don't keep that on hand. I don't really use it anymore. Great for stereo boxes, terrible for construction projects. But I did build a shed since being in the house, and that's kind of what's taking a lot of my time. And I got a bunch of leftover. It's a T111 siding, so this comes in 4-foot by 8-foot sheets. I use it for siding on sheds and buildings, things like that. I can't take it back to the store. I don't really use this stuff or care for it. And what it is let's get to a light side here. It's 5/8 inch thick at the thick part, and it's 5/16 inch thick at the bottom of the groove. I'm really interested in these parts because these are going to make excellent drawer sides. So what I did, I took the table saw and just cut it down the center of the grooves. And what it gives me is boards that look like this. Well, I need a square edge for reference. I'm not going to try to eyeball this thing. I busted out this old trusty thing. I almost even forgot I had it. I about pulled out the joiner to join all these edges. But then I realized I have this. It's a jointer board. I built this thing years ago, before I had access to a joiner. And what it is, it's a 3/4 inch piece of plywood with T-track routed into it. A quick tip, when you route this T-track, cut a dado first and then come through with the router and that T-track bit and cut that. It's so much easier on the router, it's so much easier on the bit, you get much better results. How it works is this one's 12 inches wide this way, 2 parallel faces. And I take the square edge that I want, line it up with here. I do the same on the other side, and then I clamp her down. Make sure she's getting tight. And this is about to get noisy because I'm going to run this through the table saw with one hand. Don't do this, very reckless. And now I have a nice flat reference line. Fantastic. And these will make excellent drawer slides. I mean, you can see that the surface of this is really rough, which isn't a good thing. So I'll usually sand that surface to 80 grit just to get the burrs and stuff knocked down on it. But the inside, it's knotted, and a lot of times you'll come across these splits. They're kind of unavoidable with how low quality this stuff is. But you just sand it and finish it. This is workshop furniture. It's not fine furniture. I mean, you can see I've even used it here on this inside panel. Like I said, when you sand it to 80 grit, it's not terrible. You still have the grit marks from the planer or whatever the heck they used. Chainsaw, I'm not sure. Beaver. But then on the outside, you sand it to a nice finish. Blends right into everything. So, hopefully when I can get into production here, not production because I'm not doing production work, but get kind of settled in, I plan on doing a bunch of projects and I'm hoping to video them and get some better content out there. So if it's something that interests you, it's just 12-inch wide plywood. I believe this one's 36 long with T-track grab in it. And then I use these. These are the same ones I use for my crosscut sled. Or you can use the old method from this thing was a T-bolt and star nut, and then use toggle clamps. These raise and lower here. The reason I used this method originally is because I built this jig to do tapering on some projects. And when you lock this down in a certain position, and then you have your other one locked down in a certain position, it works fantastically for tapering. You can get repeated results over and over. You can't do that with these toggle clamps real well. So, like and subscribe. Again, I hope to get more video and stuff out there, and hopefully educate a little bit or entertain, or if you hate me, you hate me. Thanks. Bye.